Welcome back, everyone. This is Thomas Triple T Tie with another new bullish crypto analysis. When you feel value is added for you during this video, feel free to smash the like, ring my bell, hit subscribe, or leave a comment and share your thoughts. Let's dig in and take a look. This is Bitcoin's on the daily chart on TradingView. Last time yesterday, when I did the analysis for this, I gave it a bear and a crab. And since then, I've tweeted several times and updated and mentioned that Bitcoin would probably range between 40.5 and 44, more towards the lower end by 8 a.m. UTC or midnight Thursday on Pacific Standard Time. And it did that. And then it went tested. It didn't go to 40, which is 40K, which is max pain. But after the time passed, it went and tested, broke through several support levels. It broke through, before we get to the support level, let's talk about why. There's fear and uncertainty about Russia's invasion of Ukraine and the domino effect that of that after is spooking the market. Russia's shelling of Europe's largest nuclear plant in eastern Ukraine started a fire and escalated fear even more. Russia now does have full control of the nuclear plant, and it looks like it's under control. Bitcoin, it slid and it broke a couple support levels. The first one that it broke is this one right here, right at 40. And these support levels have been here for quite some time. So 42K is right here. Let me make sure I get it right. I think I took it out. I took it out earlier. I can turn it back on here. Support level is 42K. Yeah, that's 42K right there. I'll turn it back on. I remove some of these because so it's less clutter. It broke through 42K, and then came down, broke through 40.7, make it 41K, broke through that, and it's currently right down here. Along the way, it also broke through below the 50-day moving average, this pink salmon line right here, broke through that, went through the basis line in the Bollinger Band, which is the middle point. So it went through all those, and that's quite bearish. Right now, I drew this yesterday. I had a double bottom, which was this up here, down, up, and ever since Bitcoin dropped, it's actually turned into a double top, which is more bearish because it couldn't clear this neckline from the double bottom. It couldn't clear that, went down. Now it turned into a double top. And on the double top, we have neckline down here. If it trends below that, which is roughly around 37K roughly, if it trends below 37K, that makes it even more bearish, and it's going to drop into the low zone of where we were before. Additionally, there are a couple other support lines, support levels or zones, if you will, that we want to be mindful of. The first one is this higher low support, and this was part of that symmetrical triangle that I had yesterday. So if it and that level right there is roughly around 37.7 or so. 37.7. So if you trace this line down, it'll intersect right there if Bitcoin drops that far. So around 37.7 would be the next pretty good support level based on the higher lows. And then you have this neckline, and that we mentioned already, and that's at roughly about 37K. And below that, we have this green dash line here, W16. That's been here for quite some time, and that's 36.5. That's a pretty strong level because we bounced off of that. And if Bitcoin goes below that, the next support line that we've had here from the past is 35K, this green line right here. right there. So let's dive down and take a look at the indicators. The KDJ, the white J line of the KDJ, continue to curve down right here from 101 to 64, and it's penetrated or about to. I think it's penetrated by now. The blue K and the red D lines, and that makes it bearish. There's high probability that will go below that, and that will make it even more bearish because of the slope here. The slope is pretty sharp going down. So I gave it so that's more like bear. Over here on the MACD, the white MACD line flipped from ascending. It was ascending up here and flipped pretty fast to descending from 550 to 164, and it's remaining above the red line right now. Anytime it's above, you can see that the height of the histogram bar shows the distance between the white line and the red line. And it printed its fifth. Actually, now it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's 5. Fifth, not fourth. Its fifth bullish histogram bar. You notice that it's diminishing in brightness. It's now gray instead of white. And so this is a lagging indicator, and it's also dropping shorter too. So there's a chance that could flip and bearish pretty soon. But for now, it's still indicating bullish, but it's trending bearish. Down here, the red RSI line right here, it rounded the top, came back down, and it trended down sharply from where it was before, from 56.7 to 46.3. So it's now below the middle level of RSI, and that's bearish. The trend is bearish. The aqua CVD, or cumulative volume delta line, trended down sharply, just like this aqua line right here, trended down sharply from 1,812 1,812,641 to 1,807,656. So that's trending down sharply, and that's bearish. And the white momentum indicator, it was going up, and it took a sharp turn and trended down. It pretty much reversed course quickly, and it's trending down from 6,070 to 1,147, and that's also bearish. So overall, I gave it a double bear. So it's pretty bearish. That's a pretty large body candle, and we're right here, right where previously the resistance line of these few days here. If it breaks through that, we're gonna get down into this area. So let's take a look at the heat map and see what levels we have. So currently Bitcoin's right here, roughly 39.4K, and at the top we don't really have any major sell walls. At the bottom we do have major sell walls. At 35K, there's one the size of 287. Below that, we have 32K and this number has grown, roughly 496 in size. And at 30K, and this wall has been here forever, and that's dropped a little bit. It was over 600. I think some of this wall here moved up here. Because this one shrunk. It's now 586 roughly, and we have a small wall down here at 29, 191 it looks like. Let me double check. I gotta get close to the screen. Yeah, that's 191 in size, and the wall at 25 is still there. It's at 259 in size. So that's so basically conclusion, pretty bearish macro environment. made it very bearish. Also, the stock market, we'll just take a quick look at that here. I hope I still have it. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, stock market, it's tanking, and Bitcoin is currently correlating positively to Nasdaq and S&P 500. I did a video on this earlier, but you can see an update here. Stock trending down, but pretty much, not too much, just a little bit, not as much as some of these other days, but it's still a downward trend. Still, for S&P 500, had a little bit of recovery here, but overall, it's tracking with the stock and also tracking negatively correlated against the dollar index. And we can see here, U.S. Treasury yield is also continuing to trend down. Although today it had a little bit of recovery, but it's still a risk-off environment. And you can see over here, European still trending down here. So that's pretty much it. If you found value, feel free to smash the like, ring my bell, hit subscribe, or leave your thoughts or a thank you in the comment section. I appreciate you. Take care. See you in the next video later today. Peace.